D'Angelo, the legendary soul singer celebrated for his deeply moving and meaningful music, is no stranger to the pain of loss and mourning. The music world was deeply affected by the passing of Angie Stone, a fellow artist whose influence on the industry was undeniable. To D'Angelo, she was more than just a friend. She played a crucial role in his musical journey. Their connection was built on a mutual passion for music and a shared artistic vision. Their relationship extended beyond mere collaboration. It was deeply personal. As pioneers of the neo-soul movement, both artists created music that embodied the African-American experience. The grief following Angie Stone's untimely passing was profoundly felt, not only by her loved ones, but also by her fans, fellow musicians, and especially by D'Angelo, who found himself reminiscing about her legacy, their shared moments, and the life she had lived. News of her passing sent shockwaves through the music industry, leaving a space that would not be easily filled. Angie's influence reached an entire generation of artists and listeners alike. Her distinctive voice seamlessly blended the rich traditions of soul, R&B, and gospel, making her an icon not just for her chart-topping songs, but also for her activism, her collaborations with fellow musicians, and her deep love for her community. In many ways, Angie Stone was more than an artist. She was a legend who dedicated her life to using her voice as a means of advocating for social change, empowerment, and self-expression. In the aftermath of her passing, D'Angelo used his platform to share his sorrow, paying tribute to the woman who had served as a guiding force for so many, himself included. His words were filled with raw emotion and sincerity, resonating deeply with all who had been touched by Angie's music and spirit. D'Angelo's tribute to Angie Stone resonated deeply with those who had connected with her through both her music and activism. His tribute was far more than just a social media post or a few words of remembrance. It was what he called a music sermon, a heartfelt dedication to a woman whose life had profoundly impacted so many. In his words, he wrote, "Thank you, music sermon," a phrase that encapsulated the deep gratitude he felt for the wisdom Angie had shared with him and the world. The phrase itself was a powerful metaphor, comparing music to a sacred sermon, an opportunity for reflection, understanding, and healing through sound. Angie Stone was not just an entertainer. She was a teacher, an uplifter, and a catalyst for introspection. D'Angelo's tribute underscored the vast influence she had, not just within the music industry, but far beyond it. Known for his deeply introspective nature, D'Angelo has always poured his heart and soul into his work in ways few could match. Like Angie, his music carried a personal and raw quality, exploring the struggles, joys, and complexities of life. His album Voodoo, for instance, was a masterpiece that delved into themes of love, spirituality, and societal change, all subjects that Angie herself frequently explored in her own music. The bond between D'Angelo and Angie Stone was not just professional. It was built on shared values and a mutual understanding of music's power to heal and inspire. Angie was a foundational voice in the neo-soul movement, a genre that fused the essence of traditional soul with modern influences to create something both timeless and groundbreaking. Artists like D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, and Angie herself became the faces of this movement, striving to reconnect soul music with its roots while simultaneously pushing creative boundaries. As artists who constantly pushed the boundaries of what soul music could become, Angie's work was a true reflection of her life. Her authenticity was unmistakable, especially to D'Angelo, who had long respected and admired her. Her passing was not just a professional loss for him, it was deeply personal. He mourned not only a colleague, but also a mentor and a dear friend. Their connection extended far beyond the stage, and the experiences they shared, both in music and in life, left a lasting impression on D'Angelo as an artist. Angie's music carried messages of self-love, empowerment, and social awareness, values that D'Angelo also embraced in his own work. "Thank you, music sermon," he wrote, a tribute to Angie's gift of using music as a force for change. Her songs were more than just melodies. They were prayers, calls for justice, and reflections on the struggles of daily life. To D'Angelo, she was more than just a fellow musician. She was a spiritual guide who had taught him the importance of using his platform to speak truth and inspire change. As he grieved Angie's passing, he also took time to reflect on their shared musical journey. Both had risen to prominence during the same era, contributing to the neo-soul movement that helped define the late 90s and early 2000s. Coming from humble beginnings, they had each used their talents to create music that resonated deeply with audiences. But beyond their parallel careers, D'Angelo and Angie shared an unshakable friendship, one built on mutual support through personal hardships and shared joy in each other's triumphs. Their bond was a powerful reminder of the sense of community within the music industry, a community that valued not just talent, but also integrity, authenticity, and the ability to create music with purpose. And D'Angelo knew that Angie's influence would continue to resonate for years to come. As he mourned Angie Stone's passing, D'Angelo also took a moment to recognize the broader impact she had on the world. Her influence reached far beyond the music industry. She had been a passionate advocate for social change, using her platform to bring attention to issues like racial inequality, gender empowerment, and the strength of community. Angie had always been a voice for those who had none, earning admiration and respect from people across the globe. To D'Angelo, Angie's life and career served as a powerful reminder of the essential role artists play in shaping society. In her hands, music was never just entertainment. It was a vehicle for empowerment and healing. His tribute to her also underscored the importance of legacy. As someone who had faced his own struggles with fame and personal growth, D'Angelo deeply understood the weight of the mark an artist leaves behind. Angie's legacy was defined not only by her music, but also by her unwavering character. She had been a trailblazer, fighting for her place in an industry that often marginalized artists of color, all while carrying herself with grace and dignity. Her impact would live on, not just through her albums and performances, but also through the many lives she had touched and inspired along the way. For D'Angelo, mourning Angie's death was about more than just the pain of losing a friend. It was about honoring the influence she had on his life and on so many others. It was about recognizing the importance of the music they had both created, the messages they had shared, and the ways in which they had used their art to inspire change. Their journey together had been one of both personal and professional growth, and D'Angelo knew that Angie's spirit would continue to shape the world long after she was gone.